Okay, let's do this. Flip over feminine first. Ooh, the High Priestess. Can you see that? And the masculine has the Six of Pentacles. So, very different energies. The feminine has a major arcana with the High Priestess. In May, the feminine energy is definitely feeling in her emotional and intuitive power, comfortable in her inner guidance and direction that she is receiving from her guides and from spirit, from the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, her higher power. She's feeling centered and grounded in herself in this way, which is a beautiful place to be. And here on the masculine side, oh, I didn't say this. These are subconscious energies below and the conscious energies above, and what you're experiencing on a day-to-day basis are these cards. So the masculine has the Six of Pentacles. So he is in May feeling like he has enough. He has material abundance. He has material wealth. He has physical resources to share with others. And the opportunity to be able to choose in which direction, to which parties he would like to share and donate. And either give charitably or who he wants to involve himself with in a physical sense. I feel like the masculine has options in May, which is a good thing. So you guys are starting out great. Let's see, the subconscious energies for the feminine is the Knight of Pentacles, and the subconscious energies for the masculine is the Wheel of Fortune. All upright so far. So the Knight of Pentacles in the feminine side, subconscious. I feel like because this energy is turned away from the masculine, you can see that he's facing away. There's a little bit of, for the feminine to be focusing on how she's grounding these directive energies that she's receiving from spirit into her physical manifested world. In order for her to feel solid and confident and secure in her own foundational base outside of her relationship with the masculine, whether or not she's in a current partnership. She could also be, I just got dreaming of a younger earth energy. So Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn could be popping up in her dreams. I'm not sure why I got that. I'd love to hear from you guys. So if that is resonating for you, if you've been dreaming about somebody or somebody's contacting you late at night, like when it's dark, that could be a message for you. He is on a very dark horse. The messages, though, that he's bringing to you, this person, and I do feel like it's a male, will be illuminating to the feminine this month in May. And it could bring some healing to her from perhaps a past relationship, some communication that she's been waiting to hear that sort of solidifies what she knew all along in her heart. And I feel like that would be coming around the new moon in the middle of the month. So you see the little moon on the bottom of this card. because I am getting, if you take a closer look at this, it's like these communications from this earth fellow here is moving her from the darkness into the light. It's going to be illuminating to her heart center. Like the shadows are going to be passing through her embodiment for her to turn and fully face what really went on from a new and different and higher perspective. And that's going to be healing for her. So hooray! We love healing. Now, whatever the masculine has put on his karmic wheel, he's getting the reward for. So I feel like in May, the masculine is sitting pretty. He's getting his due, what the universe has had in store for him based on the effort that he's put in. And it's a fair turning of the wheel, and I feel like it is turning in his favor since this card is upright. And it's been a long time coming. It's not something short-sighted or something that's totally coming out of the blue for him. And this is going to help him feel this security even more in his present awareness, in his everyday life. He's also holding the scales here. So even though it was the Wheel of Fortune, I was picking up on the Justice card. So he could have been dealing with some type of separation or divorce or court litigation where he in May gets his answer. And it will be in his favor, and it's going to be of a great relief for him. Great. Let's see. Let's move over to the feminine conscious energies. Is the Hanged Man in reverse, and the masculine has the Nine of Cups in reverse. So the first two reversals for your reading, Aries. I feel like this message that the feminine is going to be receiving from her earth sign, either counterpart or ex or somebody from her past, is going to have her move forward in a new and bigger, brighter, more awesome direction in her outer world after she's able to process this information and sort of rise up like a phoenix through a final transformation in that chapter of her life. And it's going to propel the feminine to move forward on some projects that may have been stalled out just out of sheer exhaustion, or her energy was needing to be put elsewhere. And I feel like the feminine's energy has needed to be more internal. And now that it doesn't need to be, she can then put her energy forth into the outer world. And it could be in the direction of, and I'm curious to see what this card is, but we won't quite flip it over yet, in the direction of the divine masculine. So over here, he has the Nine of Cups in reverse. So there's a little bit of, regardless of this financial situation going on over here, there's the masculine's dealing with some sort of disappointment in a romantic, in a love, in an emotional sense, of something not quite showing up in the way that he had hoped or wished for. A situation or relationship or a partnership that has not panned out fully in the way that he initially had aimed for it to. That made sense if that was English. He's going to be reevaluating his part in setting himself up for these unmet expectations and take responsibility for that. So I feel for the masculine that's going to be an internal process for him, but a healthy one, because he's facing in an internal way, on an emotional level, how he sort of set himself up for that disappointment to happen. And I feel like it's sort of unrelated to what's going on down here for him with this financial situation. I feel like that's a little bit separate from the Nine of Cups energy. So chime in below if this is resonating for you in the comment section, Aries. Love to hear from you guys. So let's flip over what the feminine brings to the masculine. The Five of Wands. Some friction. And the masculine. The Sun. Interesting. I wonder if this Nine of Cups energy is not a result of a communication from the feminine that feels a little disappointing to him. Like he didn't want to hear about this other party down here and the feminine's process with it. And maybe she got so excited and so illuminated and found this healing within that perhaps she could have overshared to her masculine counterpart, which caused a little bit of a friction between the two of you over this matter. And it's sort of, I feel like it's going to be rolled over pretty quickly, and after the new moon and moving into the full moon energy into late May, because the Sun as a major arcana card, I feel like he's going to get over this disappointment pretty quickly and just really want to relax and have fun with the divine feminine and be playful and free with her, and not really talk about this past situation that she's been mulling over in her head and in her heart. Like he doesn't want to entertain those conversations because he's feeling abundant and happy of this closure that happened in one area of his life. And he's approaching the feminine with, all right, now I'm free. But he's met with a feeling of, yeah, but she wants to talk about this again. Sort of beating a dead horse. I got the image of the feminine in May and getting the sense that she's sort of beating a dead horse, and it's not. And that's what is leading him to experience this disappointment. So the masculine might need to give her a little bit of space to wrestle this out and not make her wrong for it in his communication. And I feel like eventually, once she feels heard by the masculine and not wronged for it, it can then be put to rest once and for all. Okay? Let's see what the conjoined outcome energies are for you guys. Judgment in reverse. Interesting. So, feminine. I want you to be careful with this energy that could be this earth sign energy that could be confusing you or tempting you, or it's this old energy of bad habits even. So I want the feminine to be watching in May when she's not feeling secure in herself, when during this situation as the masculine's needing to deal with finalizing some sort of court case or financial situation that doesn't have to do with the feminine. I want the feminine to make sure that she's being healthy in her day-to-day, activities, and not relying on and falling back into old unhealthy patterns and habits and behaviors. If you're a smoker, feminine, I just got these wands, could be cigarettes or cannabis cigarettes, and I feel like that's not going to be what the masculine is looking for. He wants something more clean and healthy and balanced. Because the angels are saying, take care of yourself and all of this will work itself out. But there might be a few hiccups throughout the weeks of May where the feminine is getting a little bit stuck in this old energy and these tauntings, or what's the word I'm looking for? Temptations. Pulling her away from where her true heart's desire lies. And that could cause some trouble and not the outcome that you want with the judgment in reverse. So being aware of this is going to help you, again, feminine, relying on your intuition here in prayer, and knowing that your higher spirit guides have your back. And they're guiding you home. They're guiding you to your best and greatest and highest path in life. So pay attention to it and listen to them. Don't get sucked into this old drama of this earth sign person that could be taking you off track, that sort of just wants to party with you and has you picking up cigarettes again, or meeting them out in a bar and sort of indulging together in different substances. Excuse me. I hope that made sense for some of you guys. Let's see. I'm going to pull the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle by Judy Hall to tie your reading together with a quick additional message. All right. Flint. Fun. Look at that. Looks like a ball of metal. No, so number two. Portal power. Flint stabilizes energy and cuts through to the core of issues, clearing blockages and loosening ties. It opens portals to other worlds and hidden aspects of yourself. Yes. Hidden aspects of yourself. You are a person with profound inner depths. Do not be afraid to explore this hidden side. It contains treasure beyond knowing, together with attitudinal karma and repressed emotions affecting well-being. Flint connects you to your ancestors. A natural traveler, you know how to negotiate the shamanic underworld to obtain healing insights. Strengthen your boundaries. Cut through confusion to the core of the matter. Soul retrieval is necessary if you left any part of yourself in another life or an abusive childhood experience. An unwelcome visitor from the past can be left behind, but recognize lessons before you move on. This guy. Don't be tempted by his temptations, feminine. Listen to what he has to say and integrate it for your healing. But don't get entangled in his drama again. Be strong and stick to your boundaries of what you know is correct for you now, moving forward. So don't repeat past mistakes, is the message.